Alright, let's destroy them.
Okay, we're watching.
Blood and gore! Blood and gore!
15 Galatia.
Oh
He's gonna
crap.
hit you, try to hit you.
First
Please, first
move.
move. No! Dang it! Ah. That complicates things a little bit.
That is so annoying. Hmm.
He deployed 15. So, pretty much all of his income. And then he runs into me and loses everything.
What the heck are these guys thinking?
Okay,
I don't understand. Well, I guess I can go to Syracuse now.
Yeah, hit Syracuse, Epirus.
Ugh. How much am I hitting Epirus with?
Enough.
How much is that?
Go for... if Don's moving through there, he would be moving through with a stack of his entire income every time. So just hit it with 3.
Ah, true. Yeah.
So that make it last move so that you at least would kill 2 of his guys.
True. Yeah. So I guess, should I use everything else in Syracuse and then... Actually, how do you want to do this? Do you want me to support you in Byzantium?
I would think of pretty much putting everything in Byzantium and hitting him with 27.
And I can give you more guys for next turn?
We could go with that. We could try to pound him down.
I
In
like
that case,
that.
I'm not going to work on Lusitania. That would one more guy I can put over here. I will work... Should I even work on Britain?
You can... Yeah, well, you have 3 right there.
I'll only get... Yeah, I'll only get the one.
Yeah, well, that's all you'd need to take it in one turn anyway.
Yeah. Should I hit first move? No, he can get any reinforcement from Sinopa. I mean, yes, first move.
that was funny. I was like, what were you saying? What?
I said first move, but I was thinking last move. Yeah, I don't know entirely how that worked, but it happened. It's a thing.
Man. Alright, I am going to attack Syracuse with something small. Just to take it.
Yeah.
I'll hit it with 3.
He's not likely to attack that. He's in a position where he just got a bonus. He wants to defend it.
I'll transfer to you first move with 12.
He's going to be scared about Leptis Magna, I think. He will either first move to Salde or move back to Cyrene.
I don't understand how he plays. It is so weird to me.
True.
He has like these twisty objectives where he shifts focus entirely and it doesn't... It's just so weird. It's like the attack in Leptis Magna makes no sense to me. With just that. With just what he had.
One guy there. He was not expecting me to put down 20 plus income instantaneously.
Look, he wasn't... Yeah, but he should have expected you to place your full income there.
Yeah, just like how I did before in Cyrene when he ran into that.
It doesn't make sense.
He doesn't learn. He seems to not to learn that when we don't deploy anything the turn before, it's because we just took 2 bonuses.
I guess, yeah, he might just not think through that. I just don't understand what he's thinking. It's like, okay, well, I'll just hit this. The Bithynia move makes some sense, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems so strange to me. It's like he could keep putting the pressure on you and he changes his mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand.
Yeah. Just make sure that you take Turgest.
But I'm... man. I just hate it when that sort of thing goes right, where we plan something like that, where we think, okay, well, if I can stay alive in Pontitia, we'll be good. And then, of course, he just gets in.
I had a hit Leptis Magna with at least, like, just
First
3 or 4.
Yeah, but, well...
That would have been so much better.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I expected him to at least deploy a few guys there, not to put everything in Galatia.
But you're going to hit Bithynia last move this time, so that's fine.
Yeah. First move.
I'm just mad he's got more income.
I was going to hit Bithynia first move.
Oh, first move, yeah, but I mean you're hitting him, that's the point. Well, actually, maybe it should be second move. Shouldn't he'll attack Byzantium.
Will he?
Yeah, well, he's the kind of guy that does stupid crap like that. Weird last move attacks that don't make sense.
Okay. Then I'll create as much delay as I can.
Well, the only time he's not attacked you, let's see. Let's see, when is he not attacked? 2 to Necrotus when he didn't have any income.
And I
4
guess
to
I'll hit Leptis Magna also.
Necrotus didn't hit you that turn. And then when you had 16, all of a sudden when you had 16 in Cyrene, he placed 12 down in Necrotus and hit you.
Yeah.
And then... And he had a smaller stack than you before that. And then the next turn he hit you again. And then the next turn he hit you again. Even though you had a bigger stack than him.
Yeah.
This guy's not the smartest guy I've ever met. Come on. I mean, that move, that... The only reason he got away with it was because you didn't deploy anything there. And that's not normally what would happen. It's just we didn't expect him to do that dumb a move. Because normally it would be a very dumb move. I'm
Okay.
just... I'm not happy with the first move. Come on now. Ugh.
He deployed 15 there.
Mm.
It's possible he didn't get the whole bonus.
It's possible, yeah. In that case, would he defend Bithynia? Would he just defend it?
Well,
Hmm.
I still think hitting that with a big stack is important. That just means you don't need to send me as much.
Alright. What did he deploy last turn total?
Like,
Was
you
it
could
just
go to
15?
Scythia if you want.
Was it just 15? Yeah.
15 to Galatia. We didn't see the other
Why
one.
are...
Well, actually, he may
5...
have, if he did gift Dawn Alexandria, he would only have, well, he would have 4, 8, plus, that's 13. Does he have Arabia too? I guess he does.
Yeah.
Does
He's
he
got
15?
all of
No.
that. So his buddy is like... Must be in Alexandria,
Yeah, he
Crete
must have
now.
been gifted in Alexandria. That means he's got Crete and probably Achaea.
So that's all.
Possibly Athens. He might already be in Athens.
So should I go ahead and go with more in there?
You could, if you want. Yeah, hit Epirus with a bunch. In that case, make it first move.
Yeah.
You don't need to send me anything. Don't send me a thing.
Alright. You got it. Alright.
You versus Dawn, me versus Makedon is still a win for us.
Oh, yeah. So you still gonna hit him with everything first move?
Last move.
Oh, yeah, last move. Yeah.
I'm also hitting Leptis Magna with 9, second last move.
Okay, I'm hitting Epirus with 15 first move.
Awesome.
And I'm also hitting Syracuse with 3.
Okay.
And other than that, I'm just hitting Tergest. I mean...
You should make Syracuse last move, by the way.
Yeah, that is last move.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Alright, I like that, okay. What's up with our card situation? 3 blockades? Meh. We have half a gift.
Yeah, we should be getting a gift this turn.
Alright, well, you can work on Britain. Are you going to take Alesipio with 3? Or...
No,
Okay, alright, you don't really need to.
not this turn. I'm putting everything in Byzantium, and I just committed so you can take a look.
Alright, well this is just very strange. I don't really...
Yeah.
It's just strange when your opponents do things that don't make sense. 3, 30. It's like they didn't even think about their turn when they did it. They were just, nah, let's lap something together that looks good in my head.
Yeah. Oh well.
Alright.
We will see what happens when turn advances.
Indeed. And a turn has advanced. Unfortunately, Matthew can't be with me for this Mythonian because he wasn't really interested in recording this, so it's just the way it is. So we'll see how the turn went. I think we're looking pretty awesome. Yep, I think we're looking awesome. And you can see here, of course, by looking at all their stuff, that the game is over. So apparently you can guess why they probably surrendered after this turn. And they took Pontitia, not that that matters. Game's over, but let's just finish this out. Sinopa. Okay. Syracuse, I'm going in there. And Mythonian takes Tripoli, and we demolish Bithynia. So it doesn't matter if they took Pontitia for that brief moment, because we just busted right in there. Okay. So yeah, game over. So at the very end, we ended up with a lot more reinforcements than them. That looks like about twice as much reinforcements. So, yep. Great work. Go team. Mythonian and kcscrag. We did great. Awesome. Victory. So, we're going to move on to the next round. Let's review this game real quick. Just see how things were. Let's check out our opponent's picks. Let's go with Don first. He had Rome, 1, 2 Cannae, 3 Carthage, 4 Achaia? I don't know how to pronounce that. Bithynia, Ephesus, Enduracordorum, etc., etc. Makedon. They did do a little bit of overlapping, not much though. Wait. Huh? What was the point? That was a weird overlap. Why would you even do that? I don't know. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 picks from Makedon. Not that it mattered, because he had a lot of his picks over here and we didn't pick over there much, so he got those. So that would explain why they got one of these, because they had a 1, 2 over there. And they got this. He got that out from under me, of course, because he had first pick. Or, not first pick, but was it first pick? Yeah, it was first pick, actually. So yeah, he got that. Of course he got that before I did. So he took my hopeful combo there. So sad. Let's see. So he got all 3 of his picks over here. Yeah, I don't know if that was such a good picking strategy on their part. I mean, you don't have... This is dangerous. I mean... Just look at these picks. The way they were ordered, of course, Makedon's were almost... I mean, his first 3 were over here. So, there's a danger they could get boxed in over here. Especially Makedon. Don didn't have it as bad, but... in terms of, you know, he wasn't as likely to get trapped, but, well, let's see. 1, 2, of course they know these are very likely for us to pick. We've picked them in most games so far. Rome, Cannae, and Carthage. And then Achaia, these guys are not as likely, so it's just based on the picks we've made in the past. Achaia is pretty likely, but only if we went for Alexandria, etc. So, I don't know, it just seems like there's a real problem with this picking strategy just because you can get boxed in over here, and that's really what happened in the end. Achaia, Bithynia, and, I mean, they've only got 1 pick on the western side of the board, and, I mean, this would really just be the central part of the board. So they've got a real problem of potentially being trapped and not being able to threaten our bonuses over here, which is great for us, but it's not so good for them. I mean, if they can't get over here and threaten Northern Gaul or Southern Gaul, then they're in big trouble. Unless they can overwhelm us, which they didn't. So anyway, so they tried to do what they could. Don moved in over here to threaten Thracia. And I threatened Cannae. I immediately decided I'd try and take him out over here, hoping I could maybe pull something off. Let's see, what did I do exactly? Ah, I was hoping you would hit here. I guessed wrong. That was it. If I had placed my stuff here instead, I would have guessed right and destroyed him, but I didn't. I guessed wrong, So he managed to take this and stay alive and cause me trouble and heartache. Unfortunate for me. And of course, since Makedon's got the freedom to expand over here some, I mean, he can expand and take this. The only problem is that, well, I mean, we've got a lot more free space over here than they do. They've got this tiny little area. They've got Pontitia, Syria, maybe Asia if they can get it from me. This is it. This is all they got. That's not near enough room to expand properly. And meanwhile, Matthew, or Mythonian, has got all this stuff. He can expand over here as much as he wants, over here as much as he wants. So, I mean, he's got me blocking him over here, blocking up Dawn over here, so... Anyway. So after that turn, I believe I back away. I try and... well, not over here. I don't back away over here. I back away over here. And Mythonian is trying to hold this area, and he's just expanding, I believe. Or no. Maybe he didn't. I don't remember. Yeah. Okay. We'll see. Yeah, he tries and takes Tripoli. Okay. I tried to overwhelm him over here again. It didn't work. It would have worked if I had told these guys to attack over here, but I didn't. So they took Syria, got strong. But Myth's got a lot more income than he does. Not a lot more, but still 4 is a significant amount this early in the game. So, and of course you saw me move back over here and gift him Rome. That's because Myth's got all the income, and he also won't be expecting Mythonian to be back there in all likelihood. So, yay. We can overwhelm him this turn, is the goal. To take him out over here as much as we can, and then to take him over here as well. Let's see how that works. 12, 2. He places 5 over there. And this turn, of course, I can't take him, but we try and plant Mythonian over here for maybe taking him next turn. And then Matthew sends me all those guys, or Mythonian. I keep calling him Matthew. And then he nails it. And then we destroy him. Now he knocks down this stack over here. Makedon knocks down Mythonian's stack and Cyrene, but we've now managed to eliminate yellow from southern Italy, which is awesome for us. That was really their only chance at really hitting hard at Mythonian. And then next turn, was it this turn or the turn after that? We screwed up. No, it wasn't this turn. It was the turn after that, I think, where we screwed up. They saw us place 17 in Cyrene, so we're thinking, okay, they know that Mythonian has a whole ton of income, so all we have to do, and I take this back so I can get a little more income, and then move into position to take southern Italy and block up over here. And they are not really expanding at all. They're using all their income against us. And he hits Mythonian. Now this is, I think, where we screwed up. Because we saw that we noticed that, they would notice that we laid down 17 guys here last turn. So of course they should be expecting us to place down a lot again. Because, unless Mythonian's using to expand it, using all that income to expand, then he's going to defend here with a lot. and then he's going to overrun you. So we expected him to just stand still and just hope and try and defend himself. But we weren't prepared for the move that he did end up making. And I believe this move was out of fear that they could be in Pannonia, Dalmatia instead of like Syria. Something like that. So we moved over to get in place. And then this attack happens. We take southern Italy, everything's looking great except here. And then we start face palming because we're like, why did we do that? That was a terrible move. We should have just... That was giving them an opportunity that we did not need to give them. We were anticipating something that wasn't really likely, but oh well. So the blockade didn't even go off. It was very sad. And we still have an advantage in the game, a very big advantage, but that's just an opportunity that we should have never gave them. That was a misplay on our part, a terrible misplay. And it was a move that they shouldn't have made. Like in the majority of games, if they made that move, they would have been punished for it and they would have lost. But the thing is, they were already losing. So they had to make a move, make something happen if they were going to win this game. And a lot of times what you need to have happen is you need your opponent to make a mistake for you to be able to take advantage of it and hopefully get back into the game. So that's what we did. We made a mistake, a terrible, stupid mistake, and they made an odd move that ended up giving them a chance again in the game. I still think we have the advantage, but they have an opportunity now to do something. And let's see. I think we needed to make a few more mistakes before we could lose this game. And fortunately for us, we really didn't. We ended up doing very well after that, I believe. So you can see he tries and gets out of Thracia. It doesn't work. Just end up demolishing him and taking all this. Retaking that from Mythonian. And then it looks like we're in a pretty good spot because Mythonian is expanding over here. I mean, sure, we gave them this, but Mythonian's got 22 income. I've got a significant amount of income. So, yeah. Mythonian's even giving me the opportunity to take this bonus. So we're looking pretty good. It seems great. And I believe I gift this to Mythonian. Yep. And he takes Bithynia. Unfortunately, I did not get my first move out. He got first move. So they're working on Illyricum. He's trying to take the whole bonus at the same time that he shows himself to me. Not a bad idea. Not that it matters because I already knew he was there. And of course we see that move. We see blue ram into Capsa because Mythonian placed all his income over there. Was it all? Yep, all of it. All his income in Capsa, and he rammed right into it. Boom. So we have just taken control of the game again. In the south, anyway. And then I move into Epirus to end things. He moves back to Cyrene. Understandably. Yellow tries to take the whole bonus, but he does not succeed. Of course, since I have northern Italy, I have significant income. And Myth took Leptis Magna because Makedon retreated. And then Myth busts in here and destroys Bithynia. So, game over. GG Don, GG Makedon. That was a lot of fun. You might want to Make your starting picks a bit more wisely, taking into account that the west side of the map is actually pretty powerful. I mean, I guess you could have anticipated that, or been thinking that you might get Durocordorum and Quisenova, but that's a big gamble considering that these guys are not very likely to be picked. And it seems unlikely to me that you would ever move past them for yellow, for Dawn. These three are likely to be picked, of course, so you probably will only get maybe one, at most two out of those. Most likely just one, though. But these two guys, or these three guys over here, it seems most likely that you'll actually get two of those. So you'd be stuck with one over here and two over here, and that wouldn't be good because, of course, Makedon is most likely going to be stuck with like three over here, most likely. And then maybe if he didn't get Alexandria, he could get one of these guys. But it seems most likely you would just get all three. And if that's the scenario, you have what exactly occurred, where you're boxed in over here and you don't have room to expand. Because we've got Egypt, Thracia, Mythonians behind me to support, and he's got free reign over the west to take Africa, Northern Gaul, Southern Gaul, Narbonensis, and that freedom to expand is dangerous because he can do exactly what he did, where he expands and I gift him places in the east or central where we can do damage, making use of that income to destroy our opponents. And of course, I can just gift him Cyrene, which I did, because there's no sense in me taking on both guys on my own. So, yeah, that was a good game. That was a lot of fun. Let's see. I want to make sure what our picks were again. Mine were 1, 2, 3, 4. We might have overlapped, did we? No, we did for the first 4 picks, and then after that we did not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I went 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I focused on the east, and Mythonian focused on the west. I like that strategy in general. So anyway, so Mythonian got these places over here. Well, not really these places, he just got these two and this guy, but Durocordorum is very strong in Gaul, of course, and very, very good for getting into Spain. So I liked our picking strategy. This was a fun game. I'll see you guys later when we move on to the next round.